Squad, welcome back to InhaleGamesHQ. You can call me COMM, and today we're going to be talking about the new Legend to Apex Legends Season 14 Hunted, Vantage. We'll talk about her background and get into her abilities similar to that in the Surface video, but in this video we're going to be discussing them in context with her gameplay and some of the tips and tricks that came along with that. Of course, if you have anything to add, let me know in the comments down below, but thanks for being here and let's get into it.
70 on him.
Who is Vantage? Daughter of Xenia, a prisoner on the GDS Vantage, presumed wrongfully accused. It appears as though this vessel had crash landed, and prior to being on it, Xenia of course was pregnant, and so Xiomara Contreras, or Mara, was born. They say she was raised alone on a wild ice planet called Pagos, so either no one was on the ship in prison with Xenia, or maybe it was attached to a larger vessel, prisoner ship, or maybe just in the crash her cell was affected and she managed to escape, maybe even taking out some of the crew. I don't know, we see this blood, it could have been the wildlife or the elements, but the vessel does appear to be empty now, and Xenia claimed it was driven by robots and there was nothing to worry about. But regardless of how she got there, she chose to give birth to her daughter and teach her one rule: survive. We have a quote from Mara saying, "I've been shooting since I was a baby. I was a very dangerous baby." So from the time she could hold a gun and pull the trigger, Mara has been shooting. Clearly a sniper savant. However, she also had a very curious and adventurous spirit, reading a scavenged encyclopedia of the Outlands and even memorizing it. After discovering the GDS vessel and being told not to return, of course she did, and you'll see things didn't go to plan. She discovered her mother was a prisoner and had been lying about how she got to Pagos and why they were alone. In the chaos of everything, the wreckage collapsed and left Mara pinned and in critical condition. Thanks to her friend Echo though, a cute bat she found in the wreckage, her mother was able to locate and save Mara, but to do so she had to use the SOS beacon on the ship, and when they came to rescue Mara, they imprisoned Xenia once more. Urged to forget it all and to continue living, surviving on Pagos, but Mara instead deciding to join the Apex Games, a true test of survivability, but also as a way to shine a light on her mother's wrongful imprisonment and live her life for the first time. In the Apex Games, of course though, she's going by Vantage, so let's look at her abilities and the gameplay and just some of the tips and tricks that came along with it. So let's start with her passive, the Spotter's Lens. You'll notice that without any weapon, you can bring down your eyepiece and scan for intel. It's going to be bullet drop, target name, team size, and armor level. You'll see all that intel on the screen there. Additionally, with mid to long range optics, you can gain that intel as well. So that's anything bruiser or greater, let's say. But this alone is so useful. Having all of this intel can really boost your confidence when pushing a fight. Knowing the team you're pushing has a lifeline or a wiggly wraith you're going to have to deal with. Knowing what abilities or ults you might have to face, and to a degree what kind of kit they might be running. You of course can also see if the player has a full team, if they're a solo or a duo, and Vantage is going to have many voice quips that'll let you ping for your team and feed that information freely to them. And then like I mentioned, the armor level, knowing what you're going up against, 3 blues as a full team of purples, gives you a life advantage of 75 going into that fight. So information is key and confidence is everything. Looking at her tactical, or Echo, the most useful pet in the game, the bat she saved and in return saved her, the perfect team, you send Echo out and well, relocate to it. Using your jetpack to do so, this however does take a couple seconds, and it's a crucial couple seconds in your decision making and will have a big impact on your gameplay. You have a 55-meter range
and a 20-second cooldown per jump,
and you can also make a second jump off Echo's back. Perfect for relocating to that vantage spot, pushing in to help your team, or juking away to escape the enemy. You could send Echo out and move it by tapping your tactical button. Echo does fly pretty fast and will keep up with you for the most part, but once you hold down your tactical button, Vantage will start that boost. That being said, you must have a clear line of sight of Echo to be able to boost to him. Of course, you can always recall Echo and additionally long press your tactical from the start. Like I said, he does fly pretty fast and will keep up with you when you're trying to escape, but sometimes things get in the way. You might not be able to keep that line of sight on him when you're trying to escape, so recalling him and then sending him forward while jumping at the same time via a long press on your tactical is just the better way to go and the faster way to escape. Another thing that's going to speed that animation up is actually starting a heal. So if you've taken damage and you start to run away, if you pop a heal and then use your tactical, that'll actually cancel the animation where she's trying to calculate the fuel consumption and distance she needs to travel with these boost jets. It's just going to cancel that and allow you to go right to Echo. So little tip there. Note, whether you're pushing a fight or trying to escape, whatever you have in your hands is what you'll have when you land. So if you're running away holstered, you're going to land holstered. But if you take that second jump will allow you to re-up your weapons. So I would say if you're pushing a fight, definitely to be gun ready so that you'll land gun ready, because the worst thing is pushing a fight holstered because you are running trying to catch up to your team, landing, not having your weapon out, having to pull you and then dying. It's not good. So definitely if you're using Echo aggressively, have your weapons pulled out. Of course, if you can't make that happen, like I said, at least take advantage of that second jump off of Echo's back, allowing you to get your guns ready and start shooting right away. And even when escaping, taking advantage of that second jump just to ready your weapon so you can spin around and shoot whoever is chasing you is going to just be the best habit to get into when using Echo's relocation. So now we move on to Vantage's ultimate, the Sniper's Mark. A custom sniper similar to a Sentinel but specific to Vantage is perfect to scout the area and gain that intel we spoke about earlier, but something extra special is that it's giving her and her teammates a damage bonus for a short time after a hit. It comes preloaded with 5 shots and charges a new shot every 45 seconds. It hits 75 to the head with a follow-up 150 with that bonus damage, being able to 2-tap any legend in red armor. And then it bodies for 50 and doubles to 100 on that buffed second shot. So a tip here is to never fall below 2 shots, that way you always have a guaranteed kill, provided you're hitting those headshots. But also so that you can keep your ultimate longer, always charging more shots and never falling below a full recharge. Really quickly, we should also mention the ultimate accelerants. They, as you can see here, from nothing will give you 2 shots. Even if you're a few shots in, we'll give you those 2 shots. So just a guaranteed 2 additional shots. Packing one of these on your legend is definitely going to be ideal. And you can see here in the charge tower, it's going to be giving you a full 5 shots, of course. This weapon is great for supporting your team, getting that intel and opening those fights with a damage boost, and even winning your one-on-one engagements, just tagging him with a 50 and pushing with whatever other weapon you have to clean up. Being able to run an R3R1 and a shotgun and then have a sniper on your back is just so good. You can, however, be spotted pretty easily when you have your sniper out with the laser optics, so keep in mind if you see one, duck. And if you're using it to scout, just remember the enemies can use that against you too. As we move on to the last thing we're going to be talking about today, I just wanted to say thanks for being here and for all the love on the recent season videos. It really does mean a lot to me, so thank you. Real quick though, I did take Vantage into the arenas and here's what I found out. The pricing seems pretty legit, as you can see, 75 for Echo, and you always start with at least 1. You can't buy the ultimate on round 1, obviously, but you can buy it right away on round 2 for 300. It'll actually carry over, but not recharge bullets, so use them wisely or all within 2 rounds, because there is a cool-off round. You can buy it every other round, so if you use it within 2, then you can buy it essentially every round you're able to use it. I'm sure with Control and other LTMs, Vantage will become very popular. I know everyone I play with is already falling in love with her. I'm falling in love with her. Let me know if you're falling in love with her down below. Overall, Vantage surprised me by being a legend I really vibe with. If you know me from the streams, I'm all about playing with the information and playing tactically, taking advantage of situations and taking that high ground. I love the movement in this game as well, so a legend that lets me get to use that but in a unique way. And I have always loved sniping, I've just never been so good at it, or you know, so the fact that it has to take up half my kit and then I'm gonna miss too much, just it's never been something I'm happy with. So to have one just as my ult on my back that I can use to damage boost my team and feed myself intel is just super cool. So if I missed anything or if you have any cool tips, like I said, start a conversation down below. I'm intrigued to see what happens with additional tweaks, maybe some nerfs. The whole meta of the game has changed, so definitely make sure to check out the patch notes linked up in the cards there. Right before I put this video up, I actually seen a clip going around where you could actually apply a heat shield to Echo. Now I think this is going to be a bug and most likely fixed, but until then, make sure to take advantage of it and we'll count it as a tip. So check this out. After calling Vantage out, of course, all you have to do is grab your heat shield. And as you can see, you can just run into zone with the heat shield here. You can jump to it in the heat shield. So definitely something to take advantage of. But this was everything we were able to round up to help you take advantage of Vantage this season. So thanks for being here. And as always, stay safe, stay gaming. And I'll see you in the next one. COMMsOut.
I have 9 bullets, bro. Let me pull the res on you, lifeline. Come back, come back. I'm gonna bait. Watch it, watch it, watch it. There it is, boys. There it is. Oh no, he's above. Stay inside, stay inside, stay inside. Give me lifeline, tap me. Tap me quick, tap me quick. Hey, let's go, boys! Hey, hey, that's
for the carry, guys. I love you.
Hey, no worries. I'm so happy I got you back in.